Hello and welcome to episode 13 of the Pilgrim Way, a Football Manager 2022 series here on Boston United FM. We have taken over as the new manager of Boston United in Conference North, but we're using a management model more common across Europe than in the depths of English football, where our director of football controls our transfers and contracts. Professor Jonathan Van-Tam is our technical director, providing his medical expertise. It seems almost an age since we played West Bromwich Albion in episode 12 back in January, where we lost out 1-0 away from home. It's now April, and we are still involved in some cup action as we face Hartlepool United at home in the second leg of the FA Trophy semi-final. We are 1-0 down after a late goal in the first leg in the North East, but could be 90 minutes away from playing at Wembley. League form has been hit and miss, and remarkably this is our fourth game in 8 days, after some postponements due to international call-ups saw us having to sneak some extra games in. A fantastic run in January saw us jump into the playoff spots, however we have recently dropped out due to a few losses and having games in hand. We sit in 8th place, 1 point outside of the playoff positions, but we do have a game in hand. Of our 4 remaining matches, 3 of them are away. We've had some more signings since the West Brom game, as former Ipswich Town fullback Janai Donation came in on a free and is now our first choice right back. We've also now got 2 brothers playing for us as Rosaire Longelo joins his brother Emmanuel. Both players can play anywhere down the left-hand side of the pitch and have played a few matches together down that side. After 17 goals for Southport in the league below this season, striker Rob Harker was strangely released and our director of football snapped him up. He scored on his debut, but is unfortunately cup-tied for today's game. I've tried to manage the squad this week due to the 4 games in quick succession, and we should have our strongest available lineup today. Donation slots in at right back with Emmanuel Longelo on the opposite flank and Zaymon Lewis partnering Bailey Spencer-Adams in the centre. In midfield it's Josh Dugmore and Faisal Petash, with James McLean on the left wing. McLean hasn't been as impressive in the second half of the season, but still has 18 league assists so far. Mamadi Camara is on the right, and up front it's Benny Ashley-Seal alongside Sean Adarkwa. We get the TV graphics for this one. I imagine it's probably on BT Sport or something, as we try and come back from 1-0 down in the first leg. Hartlepool, they're going 5 at the back, just the 1 up front, looking to hold on to that slender advantage. And it was Hartlepool who had the first chance of the game, header from a free kick hitting the bar. We then went through, Kamara on the right-hand side, his attempt was saved, as was the follow-up. Hartlepool then, they put themselves ahead on the day and doubled their advantage on aggregate. A free kick flicked on at the near post, headed in at the far post. And Okocha gives Hartlepool the double advantage, but it didn't take too long for us to get that goal back. Another free kick, here's McLean, a deep one, and there's Bailey Spencer-Adams, our centre half, to volley it home. And at half-time we go in level on the day at 1-1, but we still hold that 1 goal disadvantage on aggregate. We've got to keep faith with the players, tell them we're still in this match, we're still in this tie, if we can just pick up another goal. But former Boston United player David Ferguson, I think he played 1 match for the Pilgrims a few seasons ago. It was his free kick that went straight in. Curled it brilliantly round the wall. Goalkeeper couldn't get there, and it was 2-1 to Hartlepool, and they have their 2-goal advantage again. And that is how it stayed right until the end of the match, and we missed out on a trip to Wembley. Very disappointing to lose at home. We dominated that match. An XG of 1.5 against their 0.6. but it was Hartlepool who won 2-1 and therefore went through 3-1 on aggregate. And we can pass on that feeling to the players, letting them know they were unlucky over the two legs. 3,500 people at our community stadium for that one. We're certainly starting to pull in the crowds. We've had a few big games this season, especially in the FA Cup. A disappointing end to a disappointing week, as we only have 3 points and a semi-final aggregate loss to show for our efforts across 8 days. We now have 4 National League matches to concentrate on as we look to gatecrash the playoffs. We'll come back for episode 14 with the final day of the season as we travel to Aldershot Town, a team currently sat in 3rd place. A tough end to a season, but if we're to end on a high and extend our season into the playoffs, it could give us the boost that we need. If you've enjoyed the content of this video, please don't forget to leave a like. And for more videos, please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching.